Hi guys, and welcome to follow my top 15 tutorial for Nordic Face Awards. The theme for this challenge was cyberpunk. I was really inspired by sci-fi movies, which I absolutely love, and also Desert Warriors. I decided to create this Desert Warrior outfit that would cover me in fights in the post-apocalyptic world that is falling apart. It took some time and sweat to create this 4-piece outfit, but it was definitely worth it. I also wanted a visor to cover myself from sandstorms, as a cherry on top of this look. I used some plastic sheet, glue and elastic fabric to create this. Okay guys, it's now time for the makeup. I started off by prepping my face with my favorite NYX Professional Makeup primers, Hydra Touch Primer and Pore Filler. As my base I used HD Photogenic Foundation with some concealer. After setting my face very well with tons of powder, I moved on to the eyes. I wanted to create a metallic moment for a captivating look. I used concealer as an eyeshadow base as always and set it with some powder. I started off by using a grey shade from the Ultimate Shadow Palette in Cool Neutrals as a transition shade. Then I took a black shade from the Love Contours Oil Palette and blended it into my crease and outer edge. Then I used some concealer to cut my eyelid and create a base for the silver eyeshadow. I started off by tapping my brush into the eyeshadow and then wetting my brush with some setting spray. I did the edges first and moved on to the center later on. I really love using finger for shimmer shadows to make it pop. I made sure the outer edge looked nice and blended and moved on using some grey and black eyeshadow on my lower lash line. I of course had to give my inner corner a shimmering pop with some pigment, which I blended all the way to my lower lash line. The last step for my eyes was to curl my lashes and use my favorite mascara called Worth the Hype by NYX Professional Makeup. I truly am obsessed with this eye look. It turned out amazing. Let's move on to the brows. I wanted to play with some unevenness in this look, so I decided to create two different brows. For the first one I used a Vivid Brights liner in Vivid Halo and Epic Ink liner for the other one. Then I did some contouring with the grey shade we used earlier. Carving out my cheeks was unnecessary though, because they got covered when I moved on to the next step, which is the black machine part on my face. I used a 4 Whites eye brightener in Vanilla to sketch where I wanted the lines to go. Then I went over with the Epic Ink liner and cleaned with a clean brush whatever was left of the eye brightener. After being done with the main lines of my face, I took the Perfect Filter shadow in Gloomy Days and crushed the black shade of it and mixed it with some mixing liquid to create a paint. I painted my face, neck and ears. I used Epic Ink liner for small tricky areas I missed with the brush. Then I took a Strictly Vinyl eyeliner in Dauntless to create some more lines. I also took a That's the Point eyeliner in On the Dot, which is perfect for creating small dotty details. For this look, I of course wanted to dye my hair grey with some spray that matched the whole fantasy. Looks pretty neat, don't you think? At this point I started improvising, which is pretty unusual for me, but I really enjoyed it and I definitely need to start doing more. I'm very plan orientated sometimes, so it was fun to not to think too much and just to go with the gut feeling. I used the same liners as before, and if I messed up, I just painted over it with the black eyeshadow paint and continued. I also started doing my hand but decided to finish off with the detailing before that. I also put on just one contact lens to continue with the unevenness as on the brows. Once I was ready with the makeup, I cut some wires and placed them on my forehead with the help of skin tape. I then took some liquid latex to make sure that they would handle all the fighting I was about to face. I also went on and destroyed our washing machine to get this exhaust pipe. No, just kidding. But anyway, I move on to the hands and used skin tape again here to help myself with attaching the exhaust pipe and wires on my hand. I also wanted to make some injured looking skin on my hand, so I put on some liquid latex and toilet paper to make it look crumply. This was so much fun, but erasing it was definitely not, because the latex and skin tape was stuck in my body hair. Shaving would have been a great idea before this all. Anyway, I made some poisoned looking veins with the Epic ink liner and put on some foundation on the latex to make it really skin looking. Lastly, I used some red liquid lipstick to make my hand look bloody from a battle. And that's it! Thank you so much for watching my tutorial for the top 15 Cyberpunk challenge for Nordic Face Awards. It was so much fun to create this look and film the intro. I'm so grateful for NYX Professional Makeup for believing in me and letting me be in top 15 with all the other amazing artists. But this time, it's you guys who get to decide who continues in the Nordic Face Awards. If you believe that I should be in top 5 and go to the finals, which would be the biggest dream come true, make sure to vote for me from May 15th to May 22nd. You can vote once every day, and I put all the links to my description box. Thank you so much for your love and support, and I see you on the next one. Bye guys.